Hey guys, let's discuss what happens to the stock market if Trump wins the office or if Vice President Harris wins the office. How will our investments be impacted by the stock market? Let's dive into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Frank Talks Money. Real quick, guys, I just need two favors. Remember to like the video. The more likes the video receives, the more the algorithm will share the video to more like-minded people like you and me. Second of all, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel if you haven't already subscribed. Thank you. I appreciate the support. Guys, let's discuss real quick how a Trump win or a Harris win for presidency will affect the stock market moving forward. Let's get into it. The stock market has climbed over the course of the presidential campaign, raising questions about whether the rally will continue to go upwards with either candidate winning, Vice President Harris or Donald Trump. The S&P 500 has soared over 23% increase so far in 2024. The NASDAQ composite has jumped over 23% this year so far, while the Dow Jones Industrial Average has increased over 14% this year, all at record highs. Over the full span of the next administration, the market will likely move higher whether the nation elects Harris or Trump, experts told ABC News. However, they added each candidate's policies could favor different types of stocks while posing unique risks to others. What would a Trump presidency mean for the stock market? Trump has vowed to extend corporate income tax cuts signed into law during his first term, when they begin to phase out in 2025. If approved by Congress and signed into law, the tax cuts would accompany an anticipated deregulatory agenda taken up by federal agendas within the Trump administration. That combination of law, corporate law tax rates, and loose regulation will likely bolster corporate profits and propel the stock market higher, experts are saying. Taxes do have consequences. Peter Marachi, a professor at the University of Maryland School of Business. With the Trump administration, it would be like a cork coming out. Trump policies would favor sectors such as oil and gas as well as artificial intelligence. Meanwhile, firms focused on renewable energy could suffer if Trump undermines financial incentives enacted under Biden administration, experts say. The Inflation Reduction Act was a big for solar and electric vehicle stocks. Who knows what would happen if that policy is walked back? On the campaign trail, Trump has promised tariffs as high as 20% on all imported goods. Economists widely expect that such a policy would raise consumer prices. Trump has also voiced plans to deport millions of undocumented immigrants, with some economists saying that would cause a labor shortage. Last month, Trump suggested invoking the military to tamp down what is described as the enemy from within. If he starts using the military domestically and imposes a 20% tariff and become a indoctrination, anti-democratic figure, it will weigh terribly on the stock market. And guys, I'm just passing this information on, so don't nobody get all up in arms. I'm just passing the information on as I am reading it. Guys, if you're still here, remember, hit that like button for me, please, guys. Remember, show me some love. Hit that like button. Also, making this video today, November 3rd, my Lions today, we are in Lambeau Field. So if you are not a Packers fan, root on my Lions this afternoon. We have the afternoon game of the week. Root on my Lions against the Packers in Lambeau Field this afternoon. What would a Harris presidency mean for the stock market? Stock markets will likely increase under Harris, as they have under President Biden. But a potential hike in corporate taxes and robust regulatory enforcement would limit the gains, experts are saying. Corporations currently face a federal tax rate of 21%, which Harris aims to raise to 28%, which would cut into corporate profits. Such a tight tax hike would hinder corporate profits and take some fuel out of the stock market. But experts added it remains unclear whether the policy will ultimately become law. I don't think it would happen easily, such and such said. It takes a long time to pass such an act. When asked about how the stock market would fare under Harris, experts said the outcome would come down to interest rates and corporate earnings. The Federal Reserve typically raises interest rates in an effort to cool the economy and rein in inflation, but the policy often places downward pressure on stock prices. The Harris campaign has put forward proposals to slow price increases from everything from groceries to prescription drugs to homes. Those plans include a federal ban on price gouging and a focus on market concentration that the Biden administration says triggers high costs for consumers. In the end, long-term stock market performance will likely depend on economic forces over which Harris or any president will exert limited control, experts added. I don't think Kamala Harris, will enact changes that have a long-term effect on the stock market, experts said. If you are a long-term investor, politics do not matter when it comes to your portfolio. And guys, that's the sentiment that I'm going to pass on to you. If you are a long-term investor, whoever's in the office does not matter long-term. It is widely said by the experts that the stock market actually has performed better under the Democrats than the Republicans. That's just what I've read, guys. That's just what I've read. That the stock market has actually done better historically under the Democrats rather than the Republicans. And quite honestly, guys, when I started investing under the Obama administration. That's when I started investing. And right now, my 401k and my brokerage account both are averaging a 12.5% return over the life of both of my investments. My 401k and my brokerage account are both averaging over a 12.5% yearly return. Average yearly return. Not every year, but that's the average of the life of my both investments accounts. I'm averaging over a 12.5% return. And I started investing, like I said, in the Obama administration. So over the last 16 years, 12 of those years have been under the Democrats with Obama, Joe Biden, and then Trump's 4 years in the middle. So my investments, my total portfolio has done very well over the past. I've been investing over 14 years now total. So I've been doing very well. So guys, don't worry about who's the president is. If you are a long-term investor, just continue to do what you've been doing, and you will continue to build wealth. So guys, I appreciate you guys listening to my talk today over which candidate wins the White House, how will it affect your stocks? It pretty much won't affect your stocks at all if you are a long-term investor. So guys, please like the video, share the video, and most important, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, Frank Talks Money. And with that, guys, remember, financial decisions you make today will impact your financial life tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Frank Talks Money. I am out. Go Lions.